The faithful are quick to voice their opinion at the prospect of foreign troops operating in Yemen. No, no to occupation, chanted the crowd. They were responding to a question posed by Abdul Majeed Zandani, one of Yemen's top clerics, who warned during his Friday prayer sermon against a Western plot to occupy Yemen.
The UK's request for an international conference on Yemen is meant to pave the way for the United Nations Security Council to approve an occupation of Yemen and putting it under a UN mandate.
Zandani, whom the Americans believe has been an instigator of Islamic extremism in Yemen, said the so-called US war on terror is in fact a war against Islam. Speaking exclusively to Al Jazeera after his sermon, the cleric said President Obama has been advised to occupy Yemeni coasts and oil resources.
The Obama spokesman said that the US president has not yet taken a decision to send troops to Yemen. And it was mentioned in the news, both in the US and in the Arab world, that Obama's advisers recommended that if Yemen becomes a failed state, they have to occupy the oil resources and Yemen's sea coasts. And what is this military build-up on our coast for? Is it really just to fight piracy? Nobody is convinced of that.
On the streets of the capital Sana'a, a straw poll reveals little or no sympathy towards al-Qaeda.
The Yemen, both people and army, is ready to fight al-Qaeda. If the government doesn't fight them, we will. We are free and strong. I'm 75 but ready to fight al-Qaeda.
And off the record, some Yemenis told us they are afraid of persecution if they air their honest views. But all were unanimous on opposing foreign troops in Yemen.
If the Yemeni government asks the Americans to enter Yemen, I, as a Yemeni citizen, am ready to take up my own gun and fight. Even if my brother is in the government, I will fight him.
The al-Qaeda threat from within is one of multiple fronts the beleaguered Yemeni government faces, including a war in the north of the country with Houthi rebels, a secessionist movement in the south, as well as a rising political opposition.
The fact of the matter is that both the Yemeni and American governments are likely to face a dilemma in this country. If the US intervenes militarily against al-Qaeda, Yemen could turn into another Afghanistan. If they leave that task to the Yemeni government, that could lead to another Somalia. Mohammed, Vall, Al Jazeera, SANAA, Yemen.